Yo, what's up guys, the Insane Game Freak here to bring you another video. So I kind of wanted to talk about the Amiibo thing that Nintendo brought up in their E3 and that we knew about actually technically before their E3. And I wanted to talk about the hidden potential behind it. Now granted, they haven't really gone into like detailed stuff about it, but the Amiibo thing might be probably one that has the potential to be, and I say potential because we don't know how Nintendo's going to do it, has the potential to be one of the most forward-thinking ways of handling DLC I've ever seen in my life. And granted, that's an exaggeration. I'm obviously exaggerating. Don't take me seriously when I say that. I'm exaggerating. But it does seem like a cool idea and a really cool future forward-thinking idea. Let me explain what I mean. So, from what we know, the Amiibos are supposed to work with, I think, a few games. I think the ones I remember off the top of my head was Mario Party 10, Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers, and maybe Toad's Treasure Tracker. I'm not totally sure about that last one, but I've heard things about that one. And the idea is that you can use these figures for different games. Now the question, I guess the first question we have is, can you use all these figures for different games, or do certain figures only work for certain games? We'll see. But the point I'm trying to make here is this. This means, now granted, the way this will work is only if Nintendo gives us the option to buy DLC, or else this is going to come off really fucking dickish. This is like one of the only ways I can think of them doing this, and they're not coming off as a fucking mean-ass cash grab. My idea is that if you buy the figures for the game, you don't have to pay for the DLC. Like, let's say you have the figures are like $10 to $15, and the next 3 games that use the next few games, like the next games that use Amiibos, have DLC packs. If you use Mario, let's say there's a Wii Fit costume in Mario Kart 8, or there's a Palutena costume in Mario Kart 8. If you own the Palutena figure or the Wii Fit trainer figure and you put it on there, instead of spending $1 for the DLC, you can just get the costume for free. And what I mean by, and see, that's cool because this is one of those things that would become more and more of a good idea the more and more games that use it. Say you have standard DLC packs for games, okay? You have standard DLC packs for games. Let's say in the next year we have about 20 to 30 games that use Amiibos. If you have the figures for it, you don't actually have to pay for the DLC. You just get the thing for free because you own an Amiibo. If you don't own an Amiibo, you can just buy the DLC normally. Either way, you're not forced to use the figures if you don't want to, but if you use the figures, you have the added bonus of not having to pay for future DLC. Meaning the more games that use Amiibos with the DLC thing, the more value the Amiibos get. And I think also if they do it this way, I hope it's in a way in which, like, let's say there's some Mario specific DLC. Well, if you own a Mario character like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, whoever else they want to throw in, Toad, Daisy, whatever the fuck. If you own any of those figures, you don't have to own all of them, but just own any of them, and you use them, you can get the Mario pack, you can get the Mario DLC costumes without actually having to own all 6 or 7 Mario related figures. That would be a cool idea. That would be a real forward-thinking idea. Because then I get a figure that not only is a cool-looking figure for a Nintendo character I like, but then I can unlock DLC for like the next future games or some shit. That's cool as fuck. And that, to me, would be a smarter idea of handling it. Because why make a Palutena figure? Why make a Wii Fit in itself? Why make a Wii Fit figure? It's not like Wii Fit's gonna have 6 games out in the next 2 years. The only thing I can think to make a figure with, and I don't think they would just make the figures for Smash Brothers. They already said Amiibos work for other games. So have them be kind of a future-proof DLC figure. Pretty much meaning, if you don't want to pay for DLC, if it's like, and it also allows you to get interested in DLC you may have not paid for otherwise. It's like, man, I don't really care that much about this Mario costume DLC figure, but hey, I have the Amiibo from like 2 years ago when I played Smash. Let's give it a try. And you get the DLC. Because in that way, that means you have a figure that has its worth and value because you don't actually need it. But if you have it, it allows you to, it pretty much starts paying for itself. The more, as I said, the more games that use it, and the more games that use the DLC kind of method where you can pay the normal price for a normal DLC pack versus buying a figure and having that and using that for every future game, then shit, if they do it like that, I have no problem buying a figure. If they handle Amiibos like the way I think they're going to, that is really cool. That is a smart idea, and I have no problem paying for a figure. That's my whole idea. Just have pretty much their future-proof DLC figures. And then if they want to have some extra figure depending on the game, that's cool too. And that would work just as much, that would work just as well too. Because a lot of people are sitting around going, why the fuck would you need these for Mario Kart? Like, what could these possibly do for Mario Kart? Well, let's say you have DLC for characters like Nabbit or PD Piranha Plant or some shit, and you own a Mario figure or a Toad figure. Ding! You unlock the shit for free, but if you don't own it, you can just pay $2 or something for each character, or like each character in like 2 or 3 stages. It's like it's a fair price in terms of DLC, and if you want to keep the Mario figure and use it for Smash Brothers 2, it's a win-win. It's like $15, and you may end up having that much worth of DLC stuff in the next year or so if they keep using it. Like in Splatoon, maybe there's DLC packs for new maps plus new character outfits. If you own the Mario or the Luigi or the Peach or the Wii Fit Trainer or Pit or Palutena figure or Amiibo, then ding, you have a costume right off the bat. And it doesn't hurt anything, because if you want to just buy the costumes and packs and you don't have the figure, there you go. The only problem I see with that though is I can see people abusing the shit out of that, and just everyone just swapping around figures and just getting DLC free like that. Which is one of those kind of in-between things that they wanted to be technical about it. They could force it to where your Amiibo is tied with your account, so if your account isn't active when you're doing it, it won't really count. That's the only other way I can see them doing it. Or that you would have, or if the Amiibo is already being used for DLC for that game, you can't reuse it again. That's another idea. Really just depends. But that's my idea, and tell me, if they were to do it this way, how would you feel about the Amiibos then? Because personally, at that point, I'm like, well, fuck. And then that means the more games, as long as Nintendo supports the shit out of it, this shit will work fine. Let's say you have 20 games that use this. That means you have 20 DLC packs you ain't got to pay for. You just put Mario on the fucking thing. And if they do it where it's like you don't need all the characters, you just need one character from that series. Like, let's say you want some Kid Icarus DLC outfits, and you own a Palutena figure, but you don't own Pit. It's fine. You own Palutena, you get the DLC costume. That's good. That's a good idea too. As I said, this is just a theory. This is just a mindset. Not mindset. This is just kind of an idea in my mind, I guess is what I meant to say. But please let me know what you guys think. And here's a question for the video. If that was the case and that's how these figures are going to work, which figures would you get? Because for me, if we know every character in Smash, I don't know about third-party characters, but I know every Nintendo character in Smash is going to have a figure. Now, if you want to include third parties, I definitely got to get a Sonic figure. That's just my fanboy in there. I got to get a Sonic figure, Palutena, Pit. You kind of have to get Mario, Peach, Luigi. I hope there's a Daisy figure, guys. I'm just putting it out there. If you want to put a Daisy figure in, that's cool. Zero Suit Samus. Probably a Zelda and a Link. Probably a Link and Zelda figure. I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't have really that much. I don't have really any Nintendo related figures or anything for Nintendo in terms of extra shit, because Nintendo doesn't really have extra shit you can get. So these figures work as being cool figures. They work as if it works the way I'm thinking, they'll work as DLC. Cool. So what figures would you get if you're gonna buy any? And if they work like this, would you get them? Anyways, this has been the Insane Game Freak. Like I said, game, play to win, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace off.